Hi everyone, this is Teacher Jen from camgush.com and welcome to Essential Grammar in Use book by Raymond Murphy. Today, we will continue our discussion here in Unit 30. If you can still remember, we talked about the word can. Can. So for now, we will talk about the word could. Could. So, when do we use the word could? Could is an auxiliary verb, a modal auxiliary verb. We use could to talk about past possibility or ability. Also, on making requests. Now, how can we make a sentence with the word could? This is the structure. Of course, it's just the same with the word can. The subject, and then the word could, and then the main verb. Now, for a negative sentence, we just have to add not. Now, let's discuss the uses of could. First one is the past possibility or ability. We use could to talk about what was possible in the past, what we were able or free to do. So remember, could is used in the past tense or what happened in the past. Okay, let's have some example sentences. I could swim when I was 5 years old. I could swim when I was 5 years old. So, as you can see, this action or this action can be done, or according to the speaker, was done, or the ability was there when he was or she was 5 years old. So that is why we use could. It's already in the past. Next, my grandmother could speak 7 languages. My grandmother could speak 7 languages. So here, we're talking about grandmother. Okay, so could speak 7 languages. We can know or think that this was possible in the past. So the grandmother was able to speak 7 languages in the past. Next, when we arrived home, we could not open the door. When we arrived home, we couldn't open the door. So here, it's like the speaker is narrating. He or she was talking about what happened in the past or what happened before. So when they arrived home, they could not open the door. And the last one, could you understand what he was saying? Could you understand what he was saying? Okay, so this is a question sentence. And of course, the speaker was talking about what the other person said, and if another person can or could understand what he said. Okay? Now, we use could for positive sentences and could not for negative sentences, for general ability in the past. Now, let's talk about another use of the word could. We use them for requests. We often use could in a question to ask somebody to do something. The use of could in this way is fairly polite or formal. Okay? So, could you tell me where the bank is, please? Could you send me a catalog, please? So, students, as you can see, these questions are requests. And in this way, you are asking or requesting in a polite way, in a formal way. Okay? So students, as you can see, it's very easy to make sentences with could. It's very easy to use can and could. Now, let's discuss some information from this book. Let's take a look at this picture. Could you open the door, please? Okay, students, as you can see, this man is requesting for something. He's requesting for the woman to open the door, and he used the word could. So this is a polite way, and it's very polite of him to use that or to say that to the woman. Now let's go on. Now here, for the past, for example, yesterday or last week, we use could and couldn't. So that's what we talked about a while ago. For example, when I was young, I could run very fast. When I was young, I could run very fast. Here, when the person or the subject was young, he could run. So it's already in the past, that's why we use could. Next, before Maria came to Britain, she couldn't understand much English. Now, she can understand everything. Oh, it's very clear. Before Maria came to Britain, okay? Before, so it's already in the past. We should use the word couldn't or could. So she could not understand much English. But now, present time, she can understand. So that's why we use can, because we are talking about now, present. Next, I was tired last night, but I couldn't sleep. I was tired last night, but I could not sleep. Here, so this is also in the past tense. Last night. It happened in the past, so we have to use could not or could. I had a party last week, but Paul and Rachel couldn't come. I had a party last week, but Paul and Rachel couldn't come. So here, again, we can see the time expression. This action happened last week. And, of course, because of that, we have to use the word could or could not because it's negative. Now, students, it's very easy to understand. Now, let's discuss some examples for question sentences. Can you? Could you? Can I? Could I? We use can you or could you when we ask people to do things. Okay, for example, can you open the door, please? Or could you open the door, please? Can you wait a moment, please? Or can you wait a moment, please? So, as you can see in this sense, the meaning is just the same. Asking or requesting for something. Okay? Next, we use can I have or could I have to ask for something. In a shop, for example, can I have these postcards, please? Or, could I have something, please? Okay, just like here, it's about asking for something. And the last one, can I or could I? That means, is it okay to do something? So here, you're asking for permission to do something. When you would say, can I or could I? For example, Tom, can I borrow your umbrella? Tom, can I borrow your umbrella? Or, Tom, could I borrow your umbrella? Tom, could I borrow your umbrella? Very good, students. Another one. For example, when you're talking on the phone. Hello, can I speak to Gary, please? Or, could I speak to Gary, please? Okay, so in that case or sense, you are asking for permission. You're asking if it's okay to do something. Okay, students? So I think that's very easy to understand. I want you to review this lesson and remember all the information thoroughly. Also, I would like to encourage you to enroll in Camglish.com's classes because we can definitely help you improve your English skills. Now, this is the end of our lesson. I hope you learned something. This is Teacher Jen from Camglish.com saying goodbye and see you on our next video. Goodbye!